Alright, it's time to open another BattleBox. But before we open the BattleBox, I need to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Cove Audio. So, Cove Audio has created what I think is probably one of the best Bluetooth speakers that I've ever used, and that is for 3 reasons. Reason number 1, it's very loud. Let me just find some copyright-free music. So you can hear it gets pretty loud. Let me turn it up. It gets really loud. It also solves one of the biggest problems that you have with a Bluetooth speaker, and that is whenever you put a Bluetooth speaker in a room, it never, for whatever reason, it never really feels like it coats the whole room evenly in music. Wherever you put it, it never feels like it's loud enough. So what Cove has done with this speaker is it's actually 2 speakers that just come apart. So what you can do is just put one half of it on this side of the room, and then put the other half of it on the other half of the room, and then you get a full 360 surround sound effect to listen to your music, your podcast, whatever it is you're listening to. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know you could do that until they sent me this speaker. And the third reason is it has a very long battery life. I have a couple other Bluetooth speakers and I only get about 4 to 5 hours out of them, but this one, you get 7 hours out of this. So that's really awesome. There's a really long battery life. Also, these 2 halves can be up to 30 feet apart, so you can cover a giant room with just 1 speaker, or technically 2 speakers. So if you're in the market for a new Bluetooth speaker, you can click the link in the top of my description, and if you use code TUBE68, you can get 68% off of your order. So let's get this BattleBox opened up, see what's inside. So let's see what's going on inside this BattleBox, see what we got, see if we got anything good. Lord and Field Outfitters. Not sure what that is. Oh, we got a book. Not that I know how to read or anything. We got I don't know what that is. Oh, we got a knife. We got this, whatever this is. What else we got in here? A little bag of screws. Always wanted a little bag of screws. I guess I'll have to dig deeper into that. We have Cam Jam cord tighteners. Box that says Fox Edge. I would assume that's some type of a knife. A little booklet. I've always wanted a little booklet. And just some other stuff that we don't really need. Let's look at everything kind of in order to what we pulled it out as. This is Lord and Field Outfitters. Let's see what this is. Oh, I think I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. This is going to be really dirty. I'm assuming, is there a picture somewhere? I'm assuming it's something to cook over a fire with, but all of a sudden it doesn't really make that much sense. You have 3 of these, which you always obviously stick these in the ground. Am I missing something? I found that booklet that I threw. Maybe it's got something in there. It has a picture of it, but not a very good one. I'm missing something. There's like something's not clicking up here. You know what? I'm gonna look it up on YouTube. So, as it turns out, and I'm sure this is no surprise to you guys, but sometimes I'm a little bit dense, and I was completely overcomplicating this thing, and it's actually very simple. What you do is you take this one, this has like a spike on the end, whereas these other ones just have like a slant. So you would have your fire going, and you would take this and stab this into the ground, and then depending on how big your fire is, it kind of depends on how many of these, whether you use like 1 or 2 of these like extensions or whatever. So what you do, you stab this into the ground, and then this is a grill, like I thought, and this goes through here, like that, and then you would stick this inside of here, and then the way this is set up, where it's round around this pole, it just kind of, just holds it with friction, so you can adjust this to whatever height you want, depending on how big your fire is, or how fast you want your food to cook, or whatever. So it's just a very, very simple adjustable grill. For this part, it also works the same way. You put this on here, stick this right here, and then this hook, what you're supposed to use this hook for is in case you have like a pot of water, say you're boiling water, you're making coffee, tea, or whatever, you can, this has a perfect hook to hang your pot on, and then you can just adjust the height and even swing it off to the side or whatever. It's actually way simpler than I thought, and it's actually really cool. It's very durable. It's all solid metal. I'm sure this would last a lifetime, so it's pretty cool. Next, let's just go ahead and get this book out of the way. I'm sure that none of you will be surprised by this, but I've actually never read a book in my entire life. This book is 294 life-saving skills, so it's like I guess it's just like an emergency survival manual type of thing. Shows how to use antibiotics, use your imagination, defend yourself. I think it said somewhere that has like some emergency stuff. So it's pretty much just a book of very, very useful information for not even just emergencies, just kind of everyday life. So that's pretty cool. Next, we have these Cam Jam cord tighteners. On the picture, it just shows like tightening up like a tarp. So basically, these things are very simple. It's just like a kind of like a one-way latch type of deal. So all you do is feed your like a piece of paracord through this end, and then it slides down into this notch. And this wheel has teeth on it, so you can have this hooked to something, and then with this end of the paracord, you can pull it. So you could like, if this was attached to like a tarp or whatever, you could pull this and it would tighten the tarp. But then on this end, where it has this wheel and these teeth, it doesn't come back apart. So it's just a kind of like a slip knot, I guess. It's just is an easier way to do it. It's really cool, very simple, very cool. Seems pretty durable. I don't know exactly how much it's supposed, like how much weight it's supposed to hold. Since it is plastic, I would say it's not going to be like an incredible amount of weight, but should definitely get the job done. Let's go ahead and test out both of these knives, 2 for the price of 1. This one's kind of a weird package, so I guess I'll just pull this one out first. See what's in here. Seems like a very, very cool looking knife. Ooh, nice. Ooh, that's razor sharp. That almost feels shaving sharp. I don't think this one has anything hidden like that last one did. The one that had the like skinner thing built into it. I think it's just a regular knife. It's got a nice, I don't remember what this is called, but this is so you could like attach it to like a belt or a bag or anything. You can attach it like in multiple different angles, multiple different ways. Nice Kydex sheath. We're going to use it to cut this thing open. Okay, we don't need that or that. Came with a little plastic tip on it. Throw that away where it belongs. So this is just kind of seems like I probably should have read the package to see what it was. It looks like a small survival type knife. Oh, that's really cool. This one is very, very secure. It has this little like bump on the back of it that clicks in to the case right here. So whenever it goes in, you can hear that click. It's not coming out unless you use your thumb or something and depress this and then pull it out. So that's pretty cool. And since it goes in both ways, you can have it on right or left, so it's completely ambidextrous. And it has these little these like little loops on it, so you can tie it to like a bag or your leg or chest or whatever. This one, you can kind of hear this one kind of clicks in, but I bet, yeah, if this one this one can fall right out. Not super easy, but it does fall out. This one is definitely very secure. I found the package. This just says it's a buried drop point knife. It's not really advertised as anything. It also looks like it has a bottle opener on the back, so I guess you can drink while you play with your knife. It also seems pretty sharp, but not quite as sharp as this. We have the Sharpness Tester. Let's just go ahead and see how sharp these things are. Let's go ahead and use the big one first. See what kind of score it. Remember, the lower the score, the better. $325. That seems a little bit high. No, maybe not. 325 is, at least as far as the sharpness scale, is considered a new high-end cutlery edge. So, it's pretty good. All right, let's see if this little orange knife can beat it. The blade's a little thinner, so it might. Ooh, 380. So not quite as sharp, but $380 is still in the range of new high-end cutlery edge. Both these knives are obviously very sharp. They both have their own little unique cases. I like this one a little bit better, a little bit more secure, seems a little bit more durable. But this knife is also heavier and bigger, so it would also serve its purpose very well. So let's move on. All right, we got this Cordage micro tool assembly. I've been looking at the pamphlets, I've watched videos. I cannot figure out what this thing is, what it does. I have absolutely no idea. It's got a little bag of screws, it's got these little pieces of metal, say Grimm Workshop on it. It's got a little card, and I just have no idea. You're supposed to put these pieces together, but like for what? I don't know. I'm gonna have to either skip this or do more research and see if I can figure this thing out. All right, I got this thing together. I figured out how it goes together. I figured out how it works. But let me say, before I talk about it or show you anything about it, this thing is an absolute disaster. I could have deciphered Da Vinci's code 25 times before I could have put this thing together again. This thing, for one, this thing should come assembled. There's absolutely no reason, no excuse in this world in 2021 why this thing should come completely disassembled. That's complete nonsense. That's number one. Two, the screws and nuts on this thing are so small. I dropped one of these little tiny bolts and it took me 30 minutes to find it because it's so tiny, and it's so tiny you can't even hardly get a grip on it and hold on to it to put it together. You gotta have a tiny little screwdriver. I mean, I was a mechanic for a living for 6 years and I didn't even have anything this small to put this thing together. This thing is just a complete disaster. And on top of that, it doesn't even really, I can't even get it to really work that great. I like the concept and the theory of it is kind of cool, but the execution of this is horrible. So what this thing is this is a way for you to make cordage out of 2-liter bottles, or just any type of bottle that you find. Like if you were in a survival situation, you needed some cordage, you found a bottle, you have this tool, you have a way to make cordage. You have this little plate, and then you have a razor blade, and then these other 2 plates on top of here. And why there's 2 plates and all this other nonsense, I have no idea. But the way this thing works, so you cut the bottom off a 2-liter bottle, and then this thing slides in here like this. If you can get it, if you can ever get it to get a good grip of it, that 90% of the time that's what happens. You just cut off a little tiny sliver of plastic. I might be able to get a halfway decent one here. Oh, okay. Well, it went until the bottle was messed up there. But anyway, I think you guys get the concept. The idea is that you take this thing and you ring it around the bottle so you can have like maybe, I don't know, 50 or 100 feet of this plastic, and then you can use this as rope or cordage like you're supposed to. So you can make like a shelter, you can tie things up, you can do stuff like that. So pretty cool. I like the concept. I do not like this particular product. I think this exact idea with a better product would be better, but overall, pretty cool. All right, on the last item is this Kong case. I didn't mean to rip the box, but whatever. Well, this thing is actually way bigger than I expected. I don't know what I expected since the box was this big. Anyway, so this is just a waterproof, durable case. Oh, it's got like these weird, like locking tabs that you gotta click to unlock the thing. It's got a nice O-ring. It's supposed to be waterproof, and what does it say? Waterproof and something else. Oh, durable, waterproof, and protective. Okay. It's got this like weird foam that I'm assuming you would just cut into to fit whatever it is that you want to fit in here. Oh, it's even got a couple layers of it. So you could have something really big, something small. Oh, it's got like 3 layers of foam. So you could have a lot of stuff in here. You could even like put stuff in the bottom and then put this on top and then put stuff here and then sandwich it down on top of this. That's pretty cool. And it's got a nice little valve here, so if it goes underwater, it's like a pressure relief valve. So I can't really test the waterproofness. It'd be cool to kind of sink it at like the bottom of a river or something, but it's also like 20 degrees outside. So let's test the durability through that lid right there. I think the old cold steel Warhammer with the giant spike, I think it's up for the task. Let's see if we can, oh, that's gonna go right through. That is gonna, maybe not. I feel like it's gonna go right through. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah. Man, that kind of sucks. I expected it to be more impact resistant than that. Let's try just the, instead of the spike, let's just try just the hammer side. Oh. Oh man, it broke that too. That wasn't even really swinging all that hard. Oh no, it didn't get through. It just kind of cracked the outside. So it seems like as long as it's not like getting hit with a giant spike or getting maybe dropped from a really high up place onto a spike or something. I mean, I have no reason to believe that the stuff wouldn't be protected. Let's see. I mean, that didn't do anything. Kind of scratched the bottom of it up a little bit. But that was it. So, I think that's it. Calm case. As long as you're not gonna get anything with a spike or get shot or something for just everyday items being dropped or maybe dropped in water, I think it'd be good. This BattleBox is pretty good. See you guys in the next one.